This morning I received an email for some work inquiry that I had applied for a few months ago, and I took a first glance. I just like, all right, well, because you get emails, you're putting stuff out there, and you kind of read the quick headline, you kind of know, okay, didn't get the job, whatever, passed on, whatever, thanks but no thanks, it is what it is, whatever you want to say. But it was, and I saw the name at first. I saw two names. One from the hiring, from the HR, and then one was from the individual that was supposed to get this, was supposed to receive the email. So kind of know where I'm going with this. So I look at it, and I just kind of swipe on my phone, like, all right, whatever. Looking at it a little bit, and probably about an hour or so later, from getting up and everything, I took a quick glance again, but I passed over, and I was like, wait a minute. I deleted it, right? Like, okay, but I didn't put it. I just put it in trash. Didn't delete it just to trash. And then it really wasn't until a little bit ago that I kind of realized, well, shit, let me just make sure, quantify, make sure that this is correct. So I go ahead and take a look, and the person that was supposed to be addressed it is Miranda. And obviously, I'm not a Miranda. I could be a Miranda. Whatever you want to be, whatever you want to be named, it's fine. But that's not me. Never been called a lot of names, but not Miranda. That said, obviously it was for a work inquiry, and they passed on her. And this is from the HR from the company. And I thought, like, oh crap, it only just hit me, just like really realizing it. And I know if there's a 1%, if I was to be cynical in any kind of way, like, oh, it's not on me, it's the right thing to do. Just go ahead and email the HR back. So I went ahead and did that. So I didn't really think about it. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to email her back just to make sure. And she may have reached out to the girl maybe a minute after she emailed me and realized it. But I didn't get anything else throughout the day, at least till this point I hadn't, about saying, hey, by the way, that was not meant for you, but still. And so they went ahead, so I went ahead and told her, emailed to the individual, and told her, the HR that is, said, hey, by the way, I think you got the wrong person, because we didn't word it like that exactly, but it was just, hey, I am not so-and-so, Miranda, and just want to make sure you know that. And, you might want to let her know, but nothing. I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Just like, hey, you might want to let her know if they haven't already. They may have. Because this poor girl Miranda might have thought that, she might have been through, like, say, I don't know, a few rounds of interviews with them, and it kind of suck if you go through all that, and then you get, not only did you not get told, you're still kind of, waiting for the email, but you're it gets sent to the wrong individual. Maybe she and I had a corresponding email similar to one another. But I know they also, when HR is getting their information, right, I'm sure that there's, maybe missed in translation or whatever kind of thing. So the only reason I know, because, so this work here, I remember I actually had applied to them. They had a role several years ago, and I had inquired. I went through a couple of interviews there myself, and I didn't get the work there. I remember the girl. I specifically, the HR, the one that was in charge. It's like, oh, okay, so that's why I know, like, okay, this is all up and up. Plus, I had applied. So, but and then this most recently I applied. The thing is, that's, if I had mentioned it, yes, that's a big thing. I had applied for a role there a few months ago. We're talking probably, I'm gonna just say ballpark. If I had to look at my email just to confirm, roughly 3 months ago, for a role there. Slightly out of my field, but I figure why not take a swing at it, right? So I didn't get anything from that work then, but I knew, like, okay, well, I know where they're located, everything, all that, and I know the role, like, okay, whatever. So I know, but when you get these roles, you're looking for work, I'm sure they have a ton of individuals that are applying, and so they're getting an organization, getting things ready. Who's qualified, who's not, and whatever. But this individual, she didn't get the role, so they passed on her. But they let me know, right? So I'm like, well, gotta do the right thing. That's kind of the onus there. Even if it's regardless, so it's like, hey, man, so I emailed her and told her that, and or told them that, just kind of cool. And then yeah, just left it at that. And then I did say, of course, also, it's not snark. I wasn't snarky by any means. I don't think. I just said, hey, by the way, I'm sure that there was no work. I know it wasn't inquired for me because I would have been reached out by now. I mean, but then again, I didn't know I was going to be getting an email addressed to someone else. So it's what it is. So yeah, you guys, let me know if you guys ever had that kind of happen to y'all or any similar situation like that. I thought it was, I just take it with a grain of salt. Like, hey, it happens. It is what it is. So yes, that's kind of was where I'm at today, right now. And Miranda, wish you the best out there.
Okay, so there was an update on the email, I guess, sent to the wrong individual. I did hear back from the HR, for what it's worth on that, and for the individual, and she just apologized. I mean, not that she really needed to, but she did. I mean, but more so just like let the individual know that who was supposed to hear from her. So she just, said it was apology for the error kind of thing. But yeah, so hopefully that individual does hear back and proceed to move forward. I guess if she was a final candidate. So again, best wishes to her and everything. And yeah, so that's was just a quick update on that. All right.